All right, so when we are multiplying, we want to think about multiplication as area. So we're going to start looking at two-digit by two-digit multiplication. So that means that we are going to, let's for example, do 30, oh that doesn't work, lovely. So we're going to look at doing 27 times 13. So if I take it and break it down into its place value, I have 10, 20, and then 7. Hang on. Okay, so I have 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27. And then down the side, I have 13. I have a 10 and a 1, 2, 3. Now for organization, I just like drawing a line so that I keep my blocks separate, because I'm not going to count these outside blocks in my answer. Those were part of my questions. So now, what's 10 times 10? Well, we know 10 times 10 is 100. So that means 100. And another 10 times 10 is 100. Well, what's 10 times 1? Well, that is a 10. Let's see if I can copy and paste that. Nope. And then another 10 times 1. I'm going to try and get these so that they don't connect. And then you're going to keep going 10 times 1, 10 times 1. And then same with vertically, I'm going to go 10 times 1 this way. And I'm going to fill all these in. Okay, so now I have 7 tens, because there was 7 ones up there. And now what about this last? Remember, it has to make a rectangle when we're multiplying two numbers. We always think about it in that rectangular area. So now 1 times 1 is just 1. So all of these get filled in with singles. Okay, so now you can see I filled in my rectangle and we need to total them up. So here I have 100, 200. No, don't do that. Oh, this is not cool. 200. And then on top of here, I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm not going to write on top of them. Here I have 70, right? There's 7 rows of 10. I'm going to write that outside of here. Usually with pencil, I'd write right on top. And now here I have 3 rows of 7 or 7 rows of 3. So I have 21. So now I'm going to add up. I don't think I can make more room here. 200 plus 70 plus 60 plus 21. So 1, 6 and 7, 12, 13, 14, 15. Carry my 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So the total of 27 times 13 is 351. So why area model? One, it's good to be able to connect your math concepts, so basic calculations, to area and visuals. And then also, eventually down the line, you're going to connect your algebra to this type of model. So we want to be able to get used to connecting topics, as well as if I gave you the total, say an easy number of 400, what other ways could you make a rectangle? And then you would know there's more than one way to multiply to get that same amount of space inside, just like you did with the 24. Now, you don't have blocks at home, and you can see how much time this took to move everything around. So this is what you're going to do instead. Okay, so for the area model, when we're not using the blocks, but we're still using that same idea, you can do it this way where we have, we're going to make our box. I much prefer pencil, so you guys can do this on paper and copy and paste it in later. So I have 10 and 4, for 14, and 20 and 4 for 24. 10 times 10 is 200. 20 times 4 is 80, because you know 4 times 2 is 8, and put the 0 on the end. And then 4 times 10 is 40, and 4 times 4 is 16. So when you think about it with those visuals, this is where we would have had 4 singles, and you just use dots for one. This would have been 4 rows. The 20, we would have had 2 10s and 1 10. So you would have had 2 100 blocks in here. You would have had 8 10 blocks in here. So you could draw out the blocks if you wanted to see that. You would just do the same thing. And we have 100, 200, 40, 80. Oh, I put too many there. And then you would have 16. Try and line them up, make them a little bit neater than I just did. And then you would total them up on top of that. So that's the same visualization, whether you use the base 10 blocks. Here's that line that I like to, so I don't mix count up, because those ones on the outside are my question. Or you could just do them numerically like this. But it's understanding that you have a physical rectangle. When we use these physical blocks and you push them all together, they're going to make a perfect rectangle when we're using whole numbers. Okay. So your job is to practice different methods. So you're going to watch this one here, which is going to be posted right here, the array model that I just showed you, how to do standard algorithm. And then you can pick any one of these as another method. Then you are going to, you can roll dice, you can make up your own questions, and you're going to practice each question 3 different ways. Okay, you can do it on paper and take pictures or show me later. If you're talented enough to do it on digitally, you absolutely can. Yeah, good luck, have fun.